In the tiny town of Sparkle Springs, where the streets twinkled like birthday candles and every mailbox wore a cheerful red bow, lived a boy named Finn. Finn was no taller than a sunflower, with freckles that danced across his nose and hair that stuck up like a surprised hedgehog. But what made Finn truly special was the shiny red fire helmet he wore every single day, even to breakfast. "One day," he whispered to his reflection in the toaster, "I'll be the bravest firefighter the world has ever seen." His mother laughed and poured syrup on his pancakes. His father winked and said, "Start by rescuing that last blueberry, Captain." Finn saluted with his fork and dove in. Little did anyone know, today was the day the syrup would be the least sticky thing he'd face. Morning sun painted the sky cotton candy pink when the town's giant bell, clang clang clanged, so loud that Mrs. Puffle's cat shot straight up a tree like a furry rocket. Finn dropped his comic book. The bell only rang for one reason: fire. Smoke curled above the bakery like a grumpy dragon's mustache. Finn's heart did a triple flip. This was it. His moment. He grabbed his backpack, stuffed with a water bottle, a jump rope, and one very squishy marshmallow for courage, buckled his helmet, and zoomed out the door on his squeaky tricycle. Pedal, pedal, pedal. The wheels sang like excited bumblebees. But wait, why was the smoke turning rainbow colors? And was that giggling coming from the flames? At the bakery, a crowd gasped and pointed. The fire wasn't orange or red. It swirled purple, lime, and bubblegum pink. Each flame wore tiny polka dot bows and skipped in circles like it was playing tag. "It's the Giggleblaze!" shouted Mr. Sprinkles, the baker, waving a rolling pin like a sword. "It only appears once every 100 years, and it doesn't burn, it tickles." Sure enough, the flames tiptoed across the roof, tickling shingles until they sneezed sparkly glitter. The townsfolk tried everything: buckets of water which the fire drank like juice, blankets which it used for dress-up, even a vacuum cleaner which it rode like a pony. Nothing worked. Finn skidded to a stop, eyes wide as dinner plates. A tickle fire. This was weirder than the time his goldfish learned to whistle. Finn marched right up to the bouncy blaze. "Excuse me, Mr. Giggleblaze," he said politely, because his mom taught him manners work on dragons, dinosaurs, and apparently flaming pranksters. The biggest flame twirled, bowed, and answered in a voice like popcorn popping. "Hello, tiny helmet boy. Want to play?" Before Finn could answer, a flame sneaked behind him and, tickle-tickle, under his arms. Finn squealed, dropped his jump rope, and laughed so hard his helmet spun like a top. The crowd howled with laughter. But then, the Giggleblaze hiccuped a giant pink bubble that floated up, and popped. Rainbow goo rained down, sticking everyone's shoes to the sidewalk like gluey flypaper. The bakery roof creaked. If the goo hardened, the whole building would be sealed shut forever. Finn wiped tears of laughter from his eyes and stood tall. "This is a job for the brave little firefighter," he declared. The Giggleblaze paused mid-tickle, curious. Finn remembered the marshmallow in his backpack, soft, squishy, and perfect for catching things. He pulled it out, stretched it like taffy, and whoosh! Hurled it at the gooey rain. Lat. The marshmallow grew huge, bouncing like a trampoline, catching every sticky drop. The crowd cheered. But the fire still danced, bigger and bouncier than ever. Finn needed a plan, and he needed it faster than a hiccup. He spotted the town's old fountain shaped like a giggling frog. An idea sparkled in his brain like a firefly. "Everyone, follow me," Finn shouted. He led the goo-stuck townsfolk in a conga line, left foot on stick, right foot on stick, until they reached the fountain. "Giggleblaze," Finn called. "Bet you can't tickle a frog that spits chocolate milk." The flames zipped over, eyes glowing with mischief. The frog fountain burped a chocolate river, splorsh, all over the fire. Chocolate and tickles. Best game ever. The Giggleblaze rolled in the chocolate, giggling so hard its flames turned into fizzy soda bubbles that floated away like party balloons. With the last bubble gone, the bakery roof sighed in relief. Mr. Sprinkles hugged Finn so tight his helmet squeaked. "You saved my cinnamon rolls," he cried. The townsfolk unstuck their shoes and lifted Finn onto their shoulders. Even the cat came down from the tree to purr on his helmet. Finn blushed brighter than a stoplight. "I just used my imagination," he said shyly. But the mayor had a surprise. A real firefighter's badge made of gold tinfoil and glued on gummy bears. "For bravery, creativity, and the best marshmallow toss in history," she announced. Finn pinned it on, and the gummy bears winked. That night, stars twinkled like proud fireflies above Sparkle Springs. Finn sat on his porch, polishing his badge with his sleeve. His dad ruffled his sticky-up hair. "Think you're ready for bed, Captain?" Finn yawned a heroic yawn. "Almost. Just gotta check one thing." He tiptoed to the bakery. The Giggleblaze had left a tiny purple flame flickering in the window, like a nightlight promising more adventures. Finn waved. The flame waved back, then curled into a heart shape and vanished. Finn smiled so wide his cheeks hurt. Tomorrow he'd return the jump rope, eat extra pancakes, and maybe, just maybe, teach the goldfish to juggle. After all, brave little firefighters never know what weird, wacky, wonderful thing might need saving next. But here's the secret only Finn knows. Sometimes the scariest fires aren't hot, they're silly. And the bravest thing isn't fighting them with water, but laughing along until they turn into bubbles. So whenever you see a rainbow in the sky that smells faintly of chocolate, look closer. You might spot a boy in a red helmet riding a squeaky tricycle, racing toward the next giggle-emergency. Marshmallow at the ready. And if you listen very carefully, you'll hear the town bell practicing its happiest clang just for him. The end. Or is it?